Hi, everyone. Welcome to the latest episode of the Power Within podcast. My name is Trevor Evers. I'm your host. And this episode of the podcast, we have an amazing guest. His name is Alex Ivanov, also known as Alex The Great Hypnotist. Alex is based in Navan in Ireland, and his business is hypnocoding, which he's been running for the last 7 years. And Alex specializes in helping people with addictions of all sorts, such as alcoholism, gambling, and more. And also, he is an expert and very talented at the art of hypnosis stagecraft. And we're going to be getting into all of those areas with him on the podcast here today. Alex, it's great having you on the show. Thanks very much for coming on, my friend. How are you?
Hello, Trevor. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me here. Yes, I say hello from Navan, County Meath, where my business hypnocoding based. I took hypnocoding as the analogy from the computer. Even if you read Armand McGill says buy a computer, coding, and NLP also uses word coding. So I call it hypnocoding because I just explain to absolutely every client what I'm gonna do. We just reprogram your mind. By reprogramming your mind, you get new behavior, new emotions, new feelings, and then your new behavior follows. So that's what we do.
Sure. And how did you get into hypnosis? How did it start for you, your interests?
It's a really good question. I would say from my tribe, where I'm from the middle, from Russia, where in my tribe, every family were shamanic. So I have those shamanic skills from long time. I know every family have own shaman. So yes, what I do, it is sort of shamanic approach.
Right, sure.
And officially, then I learned, so adding to my natural skills, I learned hypnosis. I went to Galway, a person named Flynn. She is a member of National Guild of Hypnotists in America. So I took course there. It's a place called in Galway Pain Clinic. So I learned hypnosis there, and then I developed myself, reading a lot of books, taking courses from America to Australia, Canada, UK,
sure,
Netherlands,
and
everywhere.
I'm sure you've come across the Armand McGill book.
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
4 of them here printed. Yes, a few of them I can show even. A couple of books here. That's right. Yes.
That's the one I have. It's a good one.
Yeah. I have even more here. Yeah, so of course this is the Bible. Yeah, so he says about hypnocoding. Even in the encyclopedia. Oh, yeah, which one? Dr. Zomb. Yes. So I use it, and people do believe, and once they believe, they got that change they're looking for.
Yeah. And what do you like most about the work that you do? Would you prefer the work that you do in your practice, helping people with addictions, or would you prefer getting out there and entertaining people with your hypnotic magic in the stage side of it?
Yes, of course, the work is rewarding. It is rewarding, especially in the addictions area, what I do. People with gambling, pornography addiction, alcohol addiction, using substances, which I won't name, but it works. People with years of addiction coming to me, and they get freedom from that, they get rid of that. And then you receive a phone call or message, oh, thank you very much. I'm so happy. I'm clean now. And it works for many and for years. For instance, just recently, I've got a phone call from a person. He took my service 7 years ago, drinking alcohol severely. Every morning he started with a bottle of brandy. And he rang me, Alex, thank you very much. So 7 years now, and I had really stressful situations. I wouldn't tell even how stressful they were, but they're really stressful. He says it's working. Hypnocoding works for me, so it works for many. So he is so happy, and many clients on Christmas says it's another Christmas. I'm free from alcohol, and it's also so nice to know people are in control.
Yeah. And is it possible for people that have problems with alcohol to cut down on their alcoholic consumption, or do they need to stop drinking fully?
So the majority, I know, if you go through books, many hypnotists, will say, no, you can't stop drinking. Ideally, if you just reduce it. But in my experience, ideally, if people stop it, just stop it, because if they reduce, there is no guarantee they will not come back. Once glass, 2, 3, they lose their mind. They lose their mind, ideally, if they stop. And you can change for something healthier.
Yeah.
For something healthy, even non-alcoholic beers now, they're available, and they're not too bad, and they're really good. It is a really good option. So most of people, I had hundreds of people with alcohol addiction who stopped for good, and they are happy. They changed their lives, and many different aspects of their lives changed. And they say, many of them say me thank you. Sometimes I receive a message, Alex, thank you so much, I owe you money. I ask why? Because I came to stop drinking, and I stopped smoking also. I owe you money for stopping smoking. I said, it's okay. Yes. Just recently, I had a person who came to me for gambling. Gambling addiction is very bad. And at the same time, simultaneously, he stopped alcohol, he stopped smoking with gambling. So he paid only for one treatment, and he got 3, because person wanted, and I told him, if you want to change your life, I give you suggestions, so you can freely use my suggestions. You can stop whatever addiction you have. So he stopped everything in one session.
Good.
It is amazing.
Just come back to the alcohol. I know that, and you're probably aware of this as well. I'm not sure if it's similar in Russia when you were growing up, but here in Ireland, definitely was and still is to a great degree a drinking culture. That it is really normalized to to have an alcoholic drink, and it can become, and I've seen it with friends, that it can become a problem, because 1 leads to 2 and 2 leads to 3 and so on. So in the work that you're doing, I'm sure that you're not short of clients, because even though it has changed since I was growing up in the 1980s, there still is definitely a drink type culture there. But it's more so these days that people are drinking at home, maybe, versus years ago where there would have been more pubs. Now, not so much, but it definitely is something that I've experienced in my own life, that it's so normalized to have a drink. And that's been something that I've had my own battles with over the years, because if you don't and you say that, I don't drink, sometimes people can look at you and ask you, oh, why not, or have one, or why are you not having a drink? And you're looked on as a dry shite, you know what I mean, or something like that. But I don't know if you've experienced that here in Ireland, or is it similar in Russia?
Yes, it is absolutely similar. But you know what happens when people coming to me? I give them suggestion to feel proud about their choice, about who they are now. So instead of being embarrassed, they don't drink, they are proud. I give them that pride, and they feel happy. And when they say no, they feel that they are really strong people now. So this is not the difference. Not feeling like I'm isolated, I'm different, I'm a white crow, no, a black sheep. No, They feel,
Yeah.
oh, now I'm strong man. Now I'm the man I wanted to be. So this is the difference. So I give them that suggestion, and they really develop into a new you. I tell him, you're a new you now.
Yeah.
So in Russia, absolutely the same. And you ask me about how did I start it, hypnosis, why I made that, a decision to be a hypnotist in the way I'm doing now. My father, he used to drink a lot. And when he passed away, so he passed away with a little noggin in his hand. So my mom found him with half full, half empty bottle of brandy.
Wow.
So I said to myself, I couldn't stop him that time, and of course, I'm a child, his father. But now I help people. Says people have to have that help. In Russia, there are people, therapists, which I will not take seriously. They take group, and in group they say, so I give you that suggestion, you stop drinking. And if you stop drinking, you go, and if you will start drinking, you will die. Which is bullshit. It doesn't work. It's not right. People absolutely realize that they go and they start drinking and thought, oh, we'll never die. No, it's fine. Yeah. Of course, that suggestion won't work like that. So I help people through belief, through love, through different suggestion, not the fear of die, but I give them suggestion, belief. And when they believe, they are confident non-drinker. They are confident non-drinkers. I had a client with gambling addiction. So his wife rang me, Alex. The money he won, we bought a house. And then he lost 3 times more. So I fixed that person. I had many persons with gambling addiction. I had person with pornography addiction, and he's fixed now. He says, Alex, thank you so much. He has a different set of mind now. And substances which are illegal, it is a big, terrible thing. They are everywhere, unfortunately. Unfortunately, they're everywhere. Even, I'll tell you, there were 4 or 5 people who I believe they were dealing with that substances illegal. But they had to be clear because they were like cat in a cage, or in that cage, they have access to the illegal substance. They can use it, but they lost their mind, they lost their health. They're coming to me shaky like this. So I helped many of them to put their mind. I hope their life, I hope they don't do that anymore. But for me, it's important people are healthy.
Yeah. Is it a challenge to help people that come to see you with addictions and like substance abuse, etc.? Because if they're on medications as well, like that can impact on the hypnotic work in the office. I mean, like for example, will they have the ability to be able to relax and focus and concentrate to do the work they need to do?
That's right. You're absolutely right. So I tell absolutely everyone, at least you have to be a week sober if you're an alcoholic, a week sober, because you need to have the concentration. If you can't stop it yourself, just go to hospital. At hospital, you get your drip, you get Librium, and stay on Librium for 3 weeks at least. And then after a week of taking the Librium, you come to me when you have your clear mind. So that, I would say, chemical addiction that you had is over, but you have your emotional addiction to alcohol or whatever. I cure emotional addiction. Then, so after this, when people are clean, they have concentration, only then they're welcomed, of course.
Sure. And how quick would the transformation be? Would it take just like one visit, one session, or would it be a number of visits?
It's a good question. That's right. Majority of my clients, after first session, they say, I'm clean now. My mindset, I don't even think about this. When I walk near the shop, my head just changed, change direction. I'm not watching. I don't even want it. I don't think about this. I feel so strong now after first session straight away. But I always say I charge money for 3 sessions in advance because I know these people, they say, oh, it's okay. But I want to make sure I enhance that ability to step over previous him or her to be a new you. So I give you 3 sessions because every session another step above you. It really needed. So that is my own technique. Of course, you know, as many of us, we learn many different skills from many therapists. I use many different approaches, including my shamanic approach. So
Sure.
three sessions.
That's interesting. Can you tell me more about your shamanic approach? I'd love to hear more about it.
Shamanic approach, of course, is something you can't explain. You know, I don't know what energy it comes, but in a simple language, every hypnotist, probably you will not read that in every book of hypnotism. You must use 3-step approach. The first step, visualize, then affirmation, and then projection. What that means? Visualization. When a person comes to you, you must to see how the person will respond to your hypnotic suggestions. Even before person in hypnosis, you must project your power, your mind, your energy into that person and see how the person will respond to your hypnotic suggestions.
Yep.
So you will see how the person closes eyes, see how person's jaw just relaxed, and a person like soft like a rag doll. You must to see it. Then you have to explain that to person. Affirmation. So you must explain what it will be like, what the person has to expect, what it feels like. When you close your eyes, so you close your eyes, and we're doing through test how you have a hand, your light hand, your eyes locked, your eyelids locked tight, and they won't open. You have to explain everything. And then when person goes to hypnosis, you have to project. So send your mind power to the person. So you have to feel it yourself, how the person feels. You are going to trance yourself. Have you ever noticed when you hypnotize person, you are in trance yourself? So send that energy to the person. So person, it reflects in that person and enhance that magnetic, hypnotic, mesmerism, whatever power. So that step.
So would you like to tell us a little bit about how you got into doing the stage part of it? Because, you know, I know from personal experience how challenging that is, folks. You know, it takes a lot of courage to get up in front of an audience of 30, 40 people and to do a hypnotic and to give a hypnotic performance.
Yeah.
And that takes practice, it takes courage, and it takes confidence to do it.
Yeah.
So how did you get into that end of it?
Yes. First of all, when I started hypnotherapy, so I realized that the best how you can advertise for yourself, promote your business if you're on stage. So I learned, I went to America, Don Spencer, hypnotist in California. He taught me stage hypnotism. Then I took Michael Ciantini course. Then I took Tom Silver course. Then Martin Costa Peterson also taught me. So I have a great knowledge, and it was difficult to get into the industry. It is still in, you know, Ireland, not the place. It's not Las Vegas. In Ireland, to be on stage, you need to really have a real push, you know, determination, whatever, you know, you need to really be strong desire to be on stage. I tried to arrange local club, then another club. And now I am on the sources, weddings online, wedding supplies. There I get my clients. And big friend of mine, Jason O'Callaghan, famous local hypnotist, the best number one, probably number one in Ireland, Jason O'Callaghan, who shares his clients with me. When he can make it, because he has too many, I cover his back.
Yeah.
So that's how we get clients.
Very
So
good. I've had Jason on the show too.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So performing on weddings, he is wedding hypnotist. Of course, now he gets contacts with corporations, like corporate business, with event companies. So getting into it. So I am following him. I shadowed him a year. I was shadowing him. I watch him and help him, and that is a good knowledge. Probably if you will stick with a hypnotist, he will charge you if you following him. But Jason was very kind to me, allowing me to follow him.
Yeah. Good. Great stuff.
Yeah, so it is fun. This is real fun. When you see people, they follow what you suggest to them. It is fun. So, of course, calibration, I need to calibrate and filter the clients who are most suggestible. And especially it is difficult on wedding. As I said, Jason, you are a hypnotic bazooka. So I just try to do the same way, sort of.
Yeah.
When people are hyper, people are intoxicated with it, it is difficult to get attention, concentration. So it's not the easiest job, but it's fun.
It is definitely fun. And you may remember the occasion I had the pleasure of seeing you perform up in Larne last year.
Yes. Yes, some magic. Yeah. Yes. Mentalism. Yes. So you have to learn everything. If you would like to not simply perform, but you want people get convinced, they must believe that you have some skill, you have power. Hypnotic power is something, unusual. So they must believe. Once they believe, they will be convinced, and when they're convinced, they will follow your suggestions.
Yeah. Have you heard of Keith Barry from Ireland?
Of course, yeah. I never met him. I wasn't his performance. He is amazing. He is very good. Yeah.
He's from Waterford here, where my office is, where I'm based in Waterford City here, folks. So I'm sure you've heard of the amazing Keith Barry. If not, check him out. I must invite him on this podcast.
I see him perform. I don't know him personally.
Yeah.
But I watched his performance. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course there's a lot of famous stage hypnotists. So I suppose someone that would also come to mind would be Paul McKenna. You've come across Paul McKenna's work.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there you go.
Man,
yeah. Quit smoking today. Great. It's something that you get a lot of reward from. That obviously it's a passion to go and do that, and it's like you have my respect, and I do admire you for doing it, because I know that it takes a confidence and a lot of bravery to go and do it. But I suppose, like everything else, that the more you do it, the more you actually the more events you do, the more performances you have. I'm sure at this point it becomes like second nature to you, that you're so comfortable doing it. Or do you still get a little nervous before every performance?
Probably, of course, a little bit nervous. Of course, it's natural for a person, and of course, you build that confidence. Every another performance, you build the confidence. And anytime, of course, you make some little mistakes and you realize, okay, next time I have to do something different way. Or maybe I forgot something this, I have to say a different way. It is very important to realize and analyze what we've done wrong that time. Building confidence, it's continuous. I believe it continues process.
It never stops.
Never stops. Never stops. And even within your clinic, it is important that every other client, you give them that insight what hypnosis is and get them under. And my passion to give the best quality of hypnosis. One person tells me, wow, is that something like I didn't think it is possible. I said, what? I feel like I had that hallucination like after taking magic mushrooms. So every person with me, I try to get them to that stage when they hallucinate. So many hypnotists say, so what degree of hypnosis must to be? Of course, it's not really important how deep you are. In my own experience, I had very light hypnosis for myself when I changed something in my mind. So I had a few issues which I changed with hypnotherapy. And it wasn't really deep hypnosis. But anyway, for every client, I try to deepen them to the level when they hallucinate.
Yeah.
I believe this is therapeutic. Well, you can disagree with me. Maybe something, well, amnesia or, something else, what degree you need. But I always try to get person hallucinate. Then I'm happy. When they're able to hallucinate, I give them those suggestions for positive change.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds fantastic. And have you any approaches to, I suppose, helping people that don't have such a good ability to visualize or use their imaginations? Because I know, I'm sure, like over the years, I've had that challenge myself where a client would present themselves as, I guess, they're very analytical,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
very overthinking things. And as we know, and it's something that to me is a fact, is that, look, people can sabotage their own success by overthinking things.
Yes, I know what I mean. I know what I mean. You don't have to reinvent a wheel. Just take Freddie Jacquin. The power of love. So close your eyes and visualize the person you love most. And absolutely everyone. I don't know. I never fail with that. Imagine your spouse or your partner, your child or your parent, and just look in their eyes and feel what you feel for them and feel what they feel for you. And this is absolutely, even person say, I can visualize. You able to visualize your child. And I say, take your child for a holiday. Just maybe you're planning to go somewhere or just recently been. Remember that's a little village or town. Remember that restaurant, the beach, and be there. So person, go to there. It's on the, so simple. So use something natural, not, people will not use every day, or say light and heavy. Imagine a bucket in your hand, a books on your hand. You don't do that every day. Imagining bucket in your hand and books on your hand. This is not common thing in your life. But if you imagine something simple, like if you could imagine a glass in your hand, which, a cup of tea in your hand, and you remember the taste of that tea, something like melted ice cream. Could you remember melted ice cream? And of course you will salivate straight away. You would so use simplified objects to get people under, and they will go.
Yeah, sure. Alex, it's been fantastic having you on the podcast. Time has flown by, really has.
Hello.
Hi.
Alex,
Yes.
Emma and Owen.
Yes. Sit down, guys. Come here closer to me.
Yes,
Come here closer.
Sit down there.
Yes, good. Sit near.
Yeah.
Hello. Well, folks.
Hi.
You looking for magic?
Yeah.
I give you something better. What is better than magic? I tell you, money. Do you have pocket money?
Yeah. Yeah.
How much do you have in your pocket now?
I don't know.
Trevor, I weigh yourself. You don't want to look yourself.
9.
9. Okay, let's say you have tenner. Okay? Can you imagine you have a tenner?
Yeah.
Yes. I'll tell you something inappropriate. I teach you gambling.
Here, look, show them that. €5.
Very good. Fiver. Brilliant. Fiver. Trevor, look at this. I will teach you kids to make more money when they have fiber. Look, I just changed my camera view down here. Can you see this, guys?
Yeah. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
So what do you see here? Tell me. Dominoes. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So look, guys, you see you have 1, 2, 3 numbers. And see here dominoes. 1, 5, 5. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. So you have to follow 1. So you bet. You place fiver on the 1. When you win, I give my fiver and it will make a double. It will be €10. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't have any more dominoes. Okay. So you can see my hands clean. So it's no cheating. Okay. But what you need? Attention. Attention. So no more dominoes here. So I gonna just turn over. Okay. Where the 1? Remember the domino 1? Was it number 1?
Yeah.
We check. Is it 1?
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. I gonna switch. Just watch. Where is 1?
2.
2. So your fiver, you bet fiver here. Okay. You lost. Okay, Daddy, you have another fiver. Okay. Let's check. Okay. Okay, Daddy, you give another 10. Okay, we just suppose. Follow the 1. Okay. Follow the 1. Daddy looking for money.
Another fiver, look.
Another fiver. Okay.
Papers.
So I place my 20. You place. You must to see where is the 1. Okay. Just check. So 1. Where is 1?
3.
A 3, is it? Yeah, just check. Correct. Here? Okay. I gonna switch. Just look. Where is 1 now?
1. 1.
At 1.
Yeah.
Okay, you check. Where is 1? Okay. Minus 20. Okay, we check what's happened here. Okay. Okay, I give you 20 and my 20 and I put 10, €50. Okay, we just do it once again. Where's 1? Here. All right, we just check. Where is 1?
2. 2.
We check. 1 is here. Good. So, will you make €50 now? Look, I do this. I do this. Where is 1?
3.
Let's check. You lost €50.
Oh,
No. Okay. We
Who said
double.
two?
Now you can win 100. It's a good holiday if you win 100 now. So, follow the 1 and you will win 100. I give you the chance. Okay. So 1, we just, again. Where is the 1? Here is it, right?
2. 2.
That's right. So, where is 1?
2. 2.
Let's check. I wish you win 100 now. You've done it. Excellent. Now, will you bet 100 and I 100, you get 200. Let's do it. Let's do it. Where is one?
2. A 2.
Correct. Now, 100 and my 100.
Now, where's one?
A 1. 2.
I'm sorry. Minus 200. It's okay. Did you like it?
What did you pick two?
Never.
2.
Never do gambling, because a gambler always will win. Always. Never try that, guys. After telling you, Daddy, people coming to me to get rid of that bad habit. It's stupid. It's silly, because person who is gambling, losing all your money, you always, because they will feed you, give you a chance to win, and then you lose everything. Thank you very much, guys. That was the part of magic I want to show you. It's a teaching class.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. I hope you had some fun.
Bye. But that was brilliant. Well done. See you later.
Some fun. There are loads of magic you can show, but this is the a winning thing. Very nice.
Brilliant. Very nice. Alex, it's been a pleasure and it's been fantastic having you on the show. Thanks for your time coming on. Is there anything you'd like to share with us before you leave? Any words of wisdom that you'd like to share with myself and our watchers and listeners out there?
Yes, the wisdom. Yes, I would say, if look to the past, I would like to suggest something to myself. Always look at the signs. God gives you those signs. Just read them. Always trust what happens in your life. Happens for a reason. So I just say it's far from hypnosis, just as a person. Always see the signs which life gives you. And those signs will tell you the way where you're supposed to go. So just accept even bad things in your life will bring you to something positive. Maybe at that moment when you have something negative or bad, you don't realize at the moment how positive it will come up to you. It turn into something positive later. That is the really important. You have to know and believe that God loves you and he has a person just for you. So be happy to perform that mission God gives you.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Alex, thanks a million for your time. Really appreciate you coming on the podcast today. Keep up the great work. And I'm sure I'm going to see you soon.
That's right.
At maybe the conference and some of the events. I will get to see you, your stage show, hopefully, at some point this year. But keep up the great work. Thanks again, my friend. And yeah, we'll be in touch. Take care.
Thank you. Goodbye. See you very soon, Trevor.
So just stay there for a moment, and I'll just sign off. So, folks, the time has come again to say goodbye. I hope you're enjoying the season 2 of the podcast. I'm looking to mix it up a bit. I've had some great guests on up to episode, I think 8 or 9 at this point. If you have any questions on the information, the topics that we discuss on the Power Within podcast, feel free to leave a comment on the video on the Power Within YouTube channel, and we'll answer that, and I'll answer that at a future episode. And if you want me to direct a question to one of my guests, such as Alex or all of the guests that I've had on the podcast, do so, and I will get in touch with them. I'm sure they will come back with the answers, and I'll share them with you here on the podcast. So thanks very much for watching today or listening, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast. And I sure enjoyed the entertainment here today with Alex And I hope you have as well. And some great knowledge and nuggets of wisdom that Alex has shared with us. So until
Thank you.
next time, and until the next episode of the podcast, take care, be good to yourselves, and we'll see you on the next episode of the podcast. Take care, folks.